Hi, first graders. It's Mrs. McGurl, and we're going to start our math lesson with Number Corner today. In our Number Corner, you see I have our December calendar, and it says December 2020. We've already had the first day of school, which was Tuesday, and when I click on that, remember you saw that there was a jar of peanut butter. Then for day 2, when I click on that, we have a different picture. This is a picture of a box of crayons. And today is actually Thursday, so we'll click on day 3 and you'll see that there's a picture of some grapes. When I look at those, they're like ordinary items that you might find in your house. But you know what? During this month of December, we're going to be talking about three-dimensional shapes, and each one of these is a three-dimensional shape. I have an object that I'm going to show you in my little screen. And this mathematical term for this shape is called a cylinder. Now, the cylinder has a round bottom or top, see, both sides, and then it has curved edges going around. And that would be the same shape that the jar of peanut butter is in. So let's try saying this word. Say cylinder. Cylinder. Now, a cylinder could also be something like my garbage can is in the shape of a cylinder, or a can of soup that you might open up would be in this same shape. You might find other things in your house that are this similar shape. When we look at Wednesday or day 2's shape, that's called a rectangular prism, because when you look at it, it has straight edges, flat sides, and there's rectangles on each of the sides wherever you look. So I have another rectangular prism, and this is an example of like one. You might just consider it a block, okay? But the mathematical term or the geometric term would be rectangular prism. So you might have toy blocks, you might have a box of crayons at home. I was even thinking like a box of Kleenex could be a rectangular prism. And finally, when we look at today's picture of the grapes, each little grape looks like a little round circle or a ball. And look what I'm holding up. It is a green ball, and this is really called a sphere. Can you say sphere? Sphere. And each little grape is like one of these spheres. You might find other things in your house, like if you have a soccer ball, if you have a basketball, or a softball, even a golf ball. Most balls that are round would be a sphere shape. Okay? We're going to learn one more shape that is a three-dimensional shape, and it is what I'm holding in my hand. It looks a lot like the die that we use in school, except it doesn't have the dots, right? So this is actually a cube, okay? And we'll learn more about that as we go through our calendar through the month of December. We're going to continue on, and I'm going to share with you how we've been keeping track of school days. I'm learning how to use these tools, and I did the best I could with coloring here. It's not the greatest, is it? But we're going to be able to count from the bottom up. If one whole row is colored, that's a count of 10 because there's 10 cubes in a row. So the red row is 10. The yellow row is another 10, so that's 20. And then the green row, 30. And then we count the next row as 40. 50, 60. So we've had 60 complete rows. But now on the next row, we've X'd out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've X'd 7 of these days. And so that was yesterday's number, 67. I need to add one more X for today. And it's a little different color, but that's okay. That's going to be 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 X's. So 68. We have to remember that, and I'm going to have to record it on the next page. It says, how many days in school? Can you tell me the number? Sorry, I have to remember to go get my marker. Did I hear 68? Yes, 6 for the tens and 8 ones. That's our number 68. Now, as we move on to our math lesson today, we're going to be doing some counting by tens on the number line, but I'm going to be giving you some word problems to solve. And I've been playing around with this. I can't slow this little froggy down. He just wants to hop, 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 hop really fast. But I'd like you to kind of slow down and pay attention to my words, and also to kind of watch my little arrow, my cursor. Because I've tried and tried to be able to do a marker on here, and I can't get it to work. So for today, we're just going to follow my arrow. I'll begin with my first story. One day, Polly woke up on 0. And so right here is the 0. Suddenly, she realized she was late to go swimming with her friends. She made 4 hops up to 40. Boom, boom, boom. Look, she got to 40. But she didn't see her friends anywhere. So she made 2 more hops. 1, 2. Where did she land? Watch her again. She landed on 60. 40 plus 20 equals 60, right? So what did we observe? Well, Polly hops 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each count was by 10, so we counted 10, 20, 30, 40. Then Polly hopped 2 more. Once she's at 40, she goes 1, 2 hops, which is 20. So 40 plus 20 equals 60. This is Tad, remember him? Tad was sitting on 0 and decided to catch some bugs. First he hopped to 30, so watch. 10, 20, 30. Then he hopped 20 more. 10, 20. Where did he land? See where my arrow is? He landed on 50. Now, I don't know if I can write that. I'm going to see if it will work. Oh, it took it away. I wanted to type in a number. Sorry, guys. We won't worry about that. Here we go. This is another problem. Now we have Polly. Polly was on 0. She decided to look for some bugs. She hopped to 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. But she didn't see any bugs. So then she hopped 30 more. Here I am, 30 more. 10, 20, 30. Where did she land? On 70. That's right. So now we have to watch what Tad is doing. Look at the way he's hopping. Do you know this is not going to be an addition problem, is it? He's going backwards, so we're going to do some subtraction. Tad landed at 60. So that's where he's starting. But he did not catch the bug. The bug flew over his head. He turned around and he hopped back to 20. So where did he land? He hopped back 20. 10, 20. He landed right here, didn't he, on 40. So what did we observe? Well, Tad started on 60 and he hopped back 20. 10, 20. So now he's on 40. Each hop is 10. And we know that. Okay? So here are some problems. Tad was sitting on 50, so that's where he's starting. That's where my cursor is going to be. When he saw his little brother pop up behind him, so he hopped back 20, 10, 20. And so where did he land? He landed on 30. While Polly was sitting on 70, she heard her mother call her to come home. She hopped back 70 the other way. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh my goodness, where did she land? All the way on 0. Yes, if you're on 70 and you take 70 away, you have nothing. You're on 0. Okay, so hopefully you were able to follow along, and I'm hoping the next time I'll be able to actually draw my number lines, but we'll practice some of that when we meet in small groups today. So when we come to small groups, you're going to need, I think it's a math page out of your math book, and you're going to also need your pencil and probably a marker board and marker. Okay? Thanks for watching.